Greetings. I, Illuminati, Saru, the shining one, the bright one, he who walks with the most high ruler, the whole solar system, the one who owns the planet upon which we exist. I'm here now with Sunday service. When it comes to a human being, every single human being on the planet today, when it comes to every single human being, it's important for all of us to understand what we are. Very important to understand what we are. When it comes to human beings, when it comes to who we are, okay? It's very important to understand who we are. What I've come to learn is most human beings have no clue who they are. Most human beings I've met have no clue who they are. And this video is to educate you so you understand. This teachings is to educate you so you understand that you're a lot more than just flesh and bone or some entity's slave or servant for you to serve. A lot more than that. Every single human being walking on this planet today, if you're given life to exist, that regardless of how you were born or by whom, the concept of taking on life or being born, coming into existence, there are a lot of things involved that a lot of us don't understand that people need to know. Okay? Every single human being who is given life and ability to exist is given an assignment. Every single human being is given an assignment. And part of your life, the success of your life, the real success of your life is identifying what that assignment is. Okay? And getting that assignment done, regardless of how rich, famous you are. Every single human being working on this planet today has an assignment. And you need to know what that assignment is. To know what that assignment is, you have to know who you are and what you are. If you don't know who or what you are, you'll never be able to understand what your assignment is. And what you will become is a ping pong being bounced around by multiple opinions that will be thrown at you by multiple people who have no clue who they are either. Perfect example. When I was in Iraq during the war, YF 2, I was part of a group who were responsible for providing healthcare or providing health services to detainees or prisoners of war, insurgents, terrorists who have been caught. Okay? And during that time, I came into contact with a lot of terrorists and spoke with a lot of them to try and understand their thinking process. Because one of the things that I was responsible for was assessing their mental capacity. What I learned was most of these men that we caught who were out there looking for people to kill, including people of their own, including other Muslims as well. All of them were saying that they're doing what they're doing because of Allah. They were saying they're doing it to please Allah, they're doing it for Allah, and they know that no matter what happens to them, they're going to paradise. They believed that no matter what we did to them, because they were killing people, hurting people, they're fighting for their God they worship, the spirits they worship, for their religion, they're going to be saved and they're going to paradise. And in paradise, they'll be given 12 virgins to please themselves sexually. Reality check for them. The spiritual realm, you don't have a body. You're not going to have any sex with those spiritual virgins, for sure. What they believe, I know for a fact it's a lie. But these men have been programmed by their religion to believe that what they're doing is just, it's noble, and not just that, but it is actually holy. Shooting other people, those who oppose their belief system, and those who are part of their belief system but who are not in alignment with their agenda. They're doing that, doing the unthinkable to these people, give them ticket to paradise where they can live in bliss with virgins. A clear lie. A big fat lie. But they believe it's true. Why? Because of indoctrination. Because they've been taught. People who have no clue who they are the type of people who can be fooled into such a horrific trap where they are facing some of the worst, their greatest nightmare in the spiritual realm. but believe that it is actually paradise that they're going to, when where they are going is their worst nightmare. Reality check. Every human being who takes another human being's life in a physical body, what happens to you when you leave this world is you'll be assessed. But these will be assessed. And what will happen if the life you took cannot be justified by those people who assess you, not you? Those who assess you cannot justify why you took that life or those lives. You will be punished by sending you into another reality where you have to live as a servant to those people whose lives you took, to pay back for the lives that you took, or to place you in a situation or to cast you into a karmic situation where you have to suffer to pay back the lives that you took. And the suffering that you endure will always be worse than the life that you took. Always be worse. Always be painful. Some at this time have been committed to an infinite karmic situation where they have to go through that suffering over and over and over. Some people within this reality, people who commit mass murders or who kill huge numbers of people out of hatred that they cannot justify. The reality that most of these insurgents that we're dealing with facing was their worst nightmare in the spiritual realm. But because of what they were being taught by their religions, they believe they're going to paradise, when the reality is they're going to the exact opposite. But they didn't believe anything, but they won't believe anything that anybody says except their religion. So what we need to understand, the reality that we are in, it's a lot of human beings who have been forced to believe things that are untrue and being used to cause a lot of harm to this reality, who in turn face a lot of suffering that they are clueless of. Something we all need to understand. Every single human being walking this planet today is connected. Every single human being. We share the same blood, similar blood. We breathe the same air. We walk on the same soil. We have a very strong connection. We all need to understand that connection comes from this light, the giver of light, the ruler of the whole solar system. And we share experiences as well. What we do to each other comes back to all of us and follows us into the spiritual realm. And every single human being walking on this planet today who's been taught anything else is being fooled. They're all being fooled, deceived. Every single human being is made of a mind, a body, and a spirit. And every single human being has to know how the mind works, how the body works, how the spirit works, how the three operate together. Every single human being working on this planet has to know that. Yet, nobody knows why. Because of dysfunctional educational systems, dysfunctional belief systems, invented by a bunch of madmen to deceive people, to make themselves rich, to rob humanity of our essence, of our innocence. People believe in these things and living in ignorance and causing things that are hurting us. The consequences of it are what we are facing today as a globe. Very, very important that we understand that. It matters not who you worship, it matters not what church or religion you belong to. What matters is what your energy is, how intelligent you are. Common sense are up here. If you know who you are, if you know what reality we are in, you understand the world we live in, everything else is useless. If you've been given life, you have a responsibility to learn to understand what a life is and to use that life wisely. If you allow the world that we live in now to capture you and abuse you and use you, the consequences, the karma of that is suffering, which is now manifesting in diseases out there all over the globe that people at this time are suffering from. What we need to understand is, in order to stop all that, something must occur within us. That something is called waking up, awakening, waking you up. Waking you up means you coming to terms with the reality that we're in. You're living in as a race, and then doing your part in order to repair whatever it is that is in your life that needs to be repaired. And anyone out there who doesn't understand, this video is for you, to teach you, to help you understand that it doesn't matter how small you are, your life. If you're walking this way today, you're a human being, you'll be given life. You have to understand that something very, very important is waiting for you. If you are walking this planet today and you're alive, you have to understand that there's something very, very important about you that you need to understand. You have an assignment. Okay? It's not about worshiping anyone or being anyone's servant or pleasing any egotistic spirit, but you understanding who you are, what you're here for, what life is about, where you fit into the great puzzle, the great picture. The forces that are at play on this planet, how they influencing you, how the tricksters that are here who are sent to trick you. Understand the reality that we live in, so that you don't fall prey. You don't fall prey to the con men and the parasites, the energetic parasites that are out there looking for people who are ignorant to feed on. Life is more important than all the religions in the world are teaching today. And we need to understand that. All of you need to understand that. This is the season that we are going to have to face that reality to understand what that is. We can change what needs to be changed. Okay? So we can put the world that we're living now on a better path to peace. Okay? So we can heal what needs to be healed. Nothing else. Okay? So that said, I'm offering this now to teach you all so you understand. Moving forward, I'll be offering as much as I can to help educate all of you. Okay? To help educate all of you so you understand. Okay? Align yourself with the work that will eventually bring this world into a better place. And those of you who choose not to, you understand the consequences of your actions. So peace. With that said, I live with peace, love, and light. I hope this resonates and this hits home. Look through my videos to learn more. Join my school so we can learn together. Okay? We can get this work done. With that said, I live with peace, love, and light. I look forward to connecting with all of you.